you're feeling stuck. You have some resistance around where your business direction is going to go, partially because of what you're interested in, partially because what I'm hearing or what I'm kind of gathering is that maybe the fitness coaching and consulting, that sort of stuff hasn't come that easy. But like marketing stuff, you're like actually enjoying and feel more energy there. Is that right? Let me ask you, with the eating disorder side of things, when you're helping people with it, how, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hard has it been to get clients? 10 being super hard, 0 being they just come to you. Do you feel bad for not wanting to help people in that market, in the health market? So 2 things kind of come to mind here. 1, I gotta also assume that there's a monetary pressure here, or a monetary necessity. Is that right? Like you need to make money. What comes to me in this situation is, you and I know that you've learned a lot of skills from building your personal brand and just from understanding information marketing, right? And from figuring out your niche and your market, and from trying to understand what their problems are and being in the market. You've had to learn a ton about marketing and business. So you and I both know that there's a lot of skills there that people will pay a lot of money to leverage, right? Sounds like you're getting more energy from the marketing side of your business. You've learned a ton. You have a thirst for it. You really like that sort of stuff. Why not create some sort of combination, or change the combination at which you're currently going? And here's what I mean. Why not, with 70% of your time or 80% of your time, either find ways to teach the marketing or to go and land clients as coaching, consulting clients, or as done for you, where you're doing the services and actually helping to implement and like doing things for them, like helping them build their list, build a funnel, launch a podcast like we do, that sort of stuff. It's social media marketing, whatever. And then with the 20% of your time, with your amazing planning skills that are absolutely priceless to helping to actually bring your projects to life. We're talking execution now. With all of that, why not build content to help people with eating disorders and to help people with their health and fitness, and do that as like a fun goodwill for the world type thing, and put that content out there for free for people to learn, put a lead magnet, maybe put a funnel, but do it in such a way to where you don't rely on going coaching client to coaching client. So what I'm saying is, above the line, build a small media company where you are sharing tips for people with eating disorders, people wanting to be healthier, however you would word that. And then below the line, the 80% of the iceberg, you are maybe doing some consulting and coaching for the eating disorder and health side of things, should that come your way, should you have the blessing of that opportunity, but more so looking for people who could use your help with what you've learned. Going and finding other personal brands, other companies, other businesses maybe, and saying, hey, here's what you're doing, here's what I would do differently. I've kind of done it for you so you can kind of see it. Do you want to talk about what this would look like in your business? And that's what that conversation might sound like. What feelings, what thoughts come to mind as I'm explaining that? Okay, so let's pause real quick. We have to look at our words, okay? If we are what we believe we are, and we are what we say, we have to be very strategic with our words. It's not I am not confident, it's I am building my confidence. Small changing in wording, you're saying the same thing, but you're making a huge difference in where you're coming from with it. The next piece, I don't have the experience yet in that. I am developing my experience right now. That's actually a selling point. Hey, business owner, whoever you are, I'm building my brand right now. I love marketing though, and I'm looking to help a few people out. I'm actually offering my services as a discounted rate because I'm just getting started. What do you say about doing a trial run together? And now you're getting in the door and proving yourself to them, and then they're saying, hey, how can we do this on an ongoing basis? I did that the first 2 years of my career. I wanted to build my personal brand just like you are, and I struggled. I struggled with the imposter syndrome. I struggled with figuring out what my market was, what my niche was. I struggled with a lot of confidence issues that I realized on the other end, and I haven't arrived in my career. I'm not some huge success story or anything like that. But what I'm saying is the experience of going to people and saying, hey, let me try this for free. Let's do a trial run. And then leveraging that into, hey, Lewis Howes had me do this for him. Do you want to do the same thing, or at least hop on the phone? And now they're on a phone call. Now we're actually talking pricing up front instead of afterwards, because I went and got the experience from one person who vetted me, and then I go to others. And I'm not hiding anything. I am leading with the truth that, hey, I'm building my confidence in marketing, so there's a huge chance I'm going to mess up. But I'm going to do everything I can. Here's what I'm doing to minimize that. I'm taking courses. I'm learning. I spend this much in marketing. I'm doing it in my own brand. I'm going to have everything approved by you before it ever gets published or gets pushed live. And then also saying, I'm going to offer these services to you at the lowest rate possible that I'm never going to be offering again because you're taking a gamble on me and because I'm new. Does that help provide like clarity around what that would look like and sound like? You may not enjoy it at all, but you got to try some other things, and you got to start with, in my opinion, with your points of leverage, where you have the best opportunity for success. I would treat you like your own client and offer yourself services for the health mindset side of your business. Be your own client, but do that in 1 to 2, 3 hours of your day. This is where it really starts to get hard on your schedule, but for the other 6 to 12 hours, you are focused on landing clients, making videos, making content, making samples, making a product people can actually buy and invest in. Like, you know more about YouTube than the average person, right? You probably could go and find 10 people a day on YouTube to reach out to them and find something they're doing differently that would get them better results and offer, hey, you have 100 descriptions in your YouTube videos that aren't optimized. Here's what I would do for you. I've actually rewritten 5 of them for you. I'd love to go through all of them and do this and do X, Y, and Z for you. Let me know if you want to hop on the phone and talk through what this would be like. Here's what I've learned through my entrepreneur journey, which has really been like the last really 10 years focus of my life, is that all of the business and marketing stuff, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter nearly as much as finding the thing in life that's meant for you. The way we do that is by listening to our heart, taking action with our mind and with our feet, but by also having a clear picture for how any of those efforts serve you. So I'm going to tie it back to this question, which we talked about last time. Do you have a target slide, an image, a 15-second clip of the reality you're wanting to live? And are you focusing on that systematically daily? That's what all of this comes down to, in my opinion. And there's nothing more important in anything we're doing until we have that picture. And until we feel deep down in our heart that it's meant for us. Because until then, we will continue to either run into distractions, run into speed bumps, run into other people's agendas until we are clear and intentional with what the images we're running in our mind throughout our entire day are. So there needs to be alarms in place throughout your day that remind you until it becomes a habit. When you have the target slide you're picturing, and it is the experience you're wanting to have in this reality, in this body, sooner than later, you tap into a force so much more powerful that knows the easiest route and can see the easiest route for you to get there. For me, with my slide, how I get to that end result doesn't really matter much to me, as long as no one gets hurt. I don't think anybody should get hurt in my path. But what I'm saying is, I am indifferent to how I get to that reality, because the easiest route might not be any of this entrepreneurship, marketing, business, landing clients, building a personal brand stuff. I have the deep inclination that will probably tie into that experience for me, because that makes sense a little bit. But looking back 10 years ago, my advice to myself 10 years ago in starting my entrepreneurship journey would be stop all of the learning and all the education, figure out what you want, start focusing on that, and then take action. Then go through those things, because it starts to give it a purpose. And universe or outer intention or the force or the matrix or God or angels, karma, whatever label you want to use, can then bend the day in your direction and could help to make opportunities come your way, cloaked in distractions, cloaked in serendipity, cloaked in coincidence, cloaked in deja vu, and allow for them to guide me towards it faster. In my life, nothing is absolutely perfect, but I am appreciative for the small things, like my feet working, being able to wipe my own ass, being able to be the person that I answer to, and my health, and still having my dad, and still having my sister, and my dog being healthy, and that I woke up with a roof over my head, and there's food. Even some of those things are minor details in comparison to my health and being able to walk and those small things. Everything else is a minor detail. I focus on my slide. I implore you to do the same. And what I have found is that even when I start to get down, I have a power on my side that wants what's best for me. And what I'm experiencing right now is necessary for me to get to that next place. Sometimes you have to go left to go around the block the other way to avoid the traffic. But it's not going to look the same as your route taking a right. And I feel life is so much sweeter that way. Because you get to have your cake and eat it too. I would really, if I'm you, I would invest the rest of my day in just sitting in gratitude for the small things. Like, look at your problems. Are they really problems? This all comes down to a principle called importance. Things are becoming way too important to you. You have to go about life and achieving your target goal as if it was just another day. Because you're slapping your hands on water and you're only creating a delay in the universe bringing you to that reality. I know you've set intentions. You have to lower and minimize the importance level. Otherwise, you're going to continue to slap your hands on water, and that only pushes the beach ball that you're wanting away. You got to calm down. You got to let go, and you got to start enjoying the moment and start enjoying the small things.